It's about allowing people to return to have a healthy lifestyle, providing them with the tools that they need, primarily being letting them determine who's in the best position to care for them. And so this is what this is really about. This is something that other states have done. 5 states have recently passed similar legislation. To me, this is a no-brainer in Michigan. We want to work with all of our collaborative partners, and you see here the collaborative partners that we have. And so this is something that I hope that the legislature will act quickly on and will move it forward, because this really is about providing the best health care possible for our vulnerable population, which we know will primarily be some of our older Michiganders. But one of the side benefits is it's been proven to save money. When we know that the caregivers are trained by the healthcare providers to provide the post-surgical care, the post-hospital stay care, we know that their long-term costs are reduced and their chance of rehospitalization is reduced. So while the focus and the reason for the legislation is to have better health care for some of our most vulnerable people, the side benefit is it's going to save us money at the same time. So I think this is something, when you look at healthcare, accessibility, affordability, patient-centered, I think it really hits it at all levels in making sure that we're taking care of the people who really need to have a designated caregiver.
You're doing a great thing for the growing number of family caregivers in Michigan whose ranks already exceed 2 million. We at AARP believe this is a common sense solution to helping caregivers get the support they need when their loved ones go into the hospital and as they transition home. AARP, as Lisa said, is leading this battle in states across the country because we believe that by providing training and support for the family caregivers, we can help the older adults stay at home. And that's where they want to be. And we can also prevent unnecessary repeat hospitalizations. We see the CARE Act as a way to help families help themselves. Caregivers provide more than $450 billion in unpaid care each year in the United States. And that includes more than $15.5 billion right here in Michigan for about 1.4 billion hours of care to loved ones. We hear stories all the time, and we're going to try and encourage you to help us get more stories also. Family caregivers, as we know, work hard to help their parents, their spouses, and other loved ones live at home while they're trying to keep their own jobs and make ends meet. So the least that we can do is to help these unsung heroes with the basic information and training that they need to carry out their noble mission.
You did a great job.
And I know there's individual outlets that do have questions.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for
you to add your own story? Finally, opportunities to find the tools caregivers need to read stories that are written by the caregivers. It's a huge number. Family caregivers have no roadmap. Through hard work, dedication, they figure out the answers every single day.